Got it in the back, haters they talk the chat, they step on the rock, don't man. I'm a cave back, 400K, I found out where you lay at, I got the lurking and they hate cats. Pockets stay fat, I got the from the block and they scamming, they know what banks at. I got the work on the avenue, they know what tanks at. I got the that live in the mansion, they know what that. I got some that's up in the jutting, they know what that. I came on top of the building, yeah, my we had a plan. We came on top of the building, yeah, my we never ran. Down there, thought that I had a fan. Oh, hey, any 10 o'clock, got a flight out, yeah, I'm going back out to Japan. I got 2 Billy truck and a bitch door with a land. Bruce Wayne, I'm Batman. Batman, I'm best man. I got my best man. I go to hotels when I step out, yeah, your boy got a doorman. I go to nightclubs with a, yeah, they call me.
All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Arrowhead Stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was just about off the charts. They're set for football as the Chiefs get set to do battle with the San Francisco 49ers. Of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And that is incomplete. And give credit to Reuben Foster, the linebacker, getting a hand in to disrupt.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. Start the drive. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. Oh, it was hit at the line of scrimmage and intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. Ah, yes, Yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
You're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an interception.
For different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a three-syllable word. Yeah. You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. Here's Dante Pettis on the return. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20. Call it the 21-yard line. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And the first play of the drive goes to McKinnon. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, baby. Hurry up. Watch tight. Tight end right. Watch tight. Tight end right. 11.
On second down, here's Garoppolo. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. D. Ford coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long?
11. 13. 21.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Looking for Garcon, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he's going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
A first trip to the red zone for KC. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Gets it on the draw from Mahomes. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. They'll run again with Hunt. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017. And I think you can't let him run wild here.
What do you think, 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor there. But thank you, Doctor. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now 2nd and 13. Now Garoppolo throwing on 2nd. Over the middle, he finds Pettis complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 47. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. That one goes for 24 yards.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Now McKinnon, and able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Here again is McKinnon. Looking to find a lane, but he can't rein in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. And an extra DB here for the Chiefs on 3rd down.
Pass situation.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. Goodwin able to haul it in. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. '49ers with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got it 1st and goal at the 6. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. He'll get it up the middle, and they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So it's 3rd and goal now, and this is where the Arrowhead crowd can make it very tough. Now they try the right side here. And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Jerick McKinnon, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the 49ers have cut it back within a score. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Gold now out to kick it away. This will be taken very short. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Yeah, exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. Flush to his right. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Mahomes can sling it, but the feet are nimble, too, as he scrambles for a 1st down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the 1st down.
Mahomes going to hand it off to Hunt. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. In on the stop, it was Tarvarius Moore.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Two minutes remain here in the 1st half. We're back to Arrowhead after this. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. All all in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
So forget the 3 and out. The penalty makes this 1st and 10. They'll run it here with Hunt. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Malcolm Smith there for the stop.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. From midfield, here's Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling. Now Hunt. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. Caught, Kelsey, left side. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he is out of bounds, just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Here's Hunt. And he's got room. Fighting to stay upright inside the 10. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
And there's an explosive run by Kareem Hunt, and it made me reflect back to last year when he was a rookie. He had 12 of those types of runs, 12 over 20 yards. 3 of those he turned into 40-plus. So when you think of explosive runs, think of Kareem.
And to the casual fan, 12 may not sound like a lot, but that was tied for the NFL lead with LaShawn McCoy. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Damian Williams, his 1st touchdown of the new season. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Butker now to kick this one away. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The drive starts with a handoff to McKinnon. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Hey, come on, come on, come on. Come on, Miles, here we go.
And they'll run it here. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Here we go, here we go.
They go play action here on first down. Stepping up, he'll try and run. Finding some room at midfield. And he slides to avoid the hit. So we've come upon halftime here in Arrowhead with the Chiefs on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. They'll run it now out of the gun. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It's a loss of 2, now third down. The Niners on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19.
13.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
Comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out at me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a play fake. Garoppolo. Gets this one left side to Pettis. And he's going to be out of bounds right at the 40. 15 yards through the air and a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much room to operate as they'll get this up only to about the 41. Tackle made that time by Michael Johnson.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
Garoppolo looks to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong position.
He better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. They'll wind up losing 7 yards on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long. They run again with Hunt. And some room to work. 8 yards here, so that gets him back within striking distance. And now it's 3rd down.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. They'll run it now. This is Charkandrick West. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. He gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a 4th down. And Butker able to put this one through. And that will extend their lead even further. So he splits the uprights and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Garoppolo. Caught left side, Garcon. And they'll get it all the way out near midfield to the 45. That one goes for 24 yards. Garoppolo now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's brought down. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. And now here is another interception. Picked by Kendall Fuller. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Mahomes now to throw. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. We're back now in KC. It's the Chiefs with the lead and the football here as we get set for quarter number 4. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. On the run, this is Hunt. And now running right through it. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
I know we're in the era of wide-open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football, and we just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day.
4 down. Check. Switch.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. A tackle that time by Akello Witherspoon.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. Defensively, Jimmy Ward in on the stop. And in this situation with the lead, fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
The Chiefs on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Gets this one to him. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Throw left side complete. That's him. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down. Stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves and start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. To throw, it's Mahomes. And the Niners get there and bring him down. DeForest Buckner. Never giving up. He's able to keep working and get him for a loss of 12. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Working from the gun, Mahomes. They complete it to Hill. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
On play action, now Garoppolo. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, Anthony Hitchens, there on the stop.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. Michael Johnson able to get him down for a loss of 11 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Fielded at about the 28. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return, and it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. They're all finished in the bout down in Houston. And give that one to the Texans as they wind up winners. A win would be their 2nd on the young season. Mahomes going to throw it here. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. This is caught inside the 15. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
Butker now to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds.
Here we go. Hey, boys, you got 4 down.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Over the middle, he finds Pettis complete. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Robbie Gould on now to try the field goal. This one from 46 yards out. That is inches from the upright. It's no good. Wide to the left, and this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw. And going deep for Hill. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Chiefs, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for the 49ers, they'll fall to 1-2. And they will try to turn it around next week as they head down to Carson for a matchup with the LA Chargers. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Chiefs victorious here as we say so long from Arrowhead.